And why did he make you so special? Why did he bless you? Think about it. I woke up this morning. Got a smile when I say that shit. I woke up this morning. Go.
All right, so we're live. We're live with Kayla Krumrey. Shout out Kayla Krumrey.
Hi.
She models, so do you want to do your ad name real quick?
My ad name?
A little shout out.
Kayla Krumrey. I think that's it. It might be Kayla_Krumrey. I don't remember, but go follow.
We'll put it in the description.
Yes.
You better go follow. That's an order. No. But so we were just talking about Cali. Your time spent out in Cali, and you said you like the culture out there more.
I do. Everyone, it just seems, like I said, happier and just like we talked about earlier, free-spirited. And I don't know, it's just, I was in like a really high like class area, I guess. So you
were or what? You weren't?
We were.
Oh, very
so
cool.
I was in we lived in like the business center of California. So you want to
hustle.
Oh yeah. It's, I live probably next to millionaires because of just where we were located. And so I would go to the gym and I would be surrounded by Porsches and,
I thought you were about to say porn stars.
probably actually. And then I have my GMC. I'm like, at home, like here, I had a nice car. And then I moved there and it's like everything was just downgraded because everybody has everything in the world over there.
Is it more materialistic or like superficial?
Oh yeah.
But like, so are people are not as genuine or?
I would say so. Everybody's just not as nice over there.
But at the same time, they're all happier.
This is true.
And
so I don't know.
The one thing I really picked up on when I was there is they're way more open-minded.
Oh yeah.
And way less complacent.
Yep.
I like that a lot.
Oh yeah. That's definitely one of the reasons I loved it so much, is just because everyone listens to what you have to say, and it's just, no one's judging as much, I think, as you see here.
But at the same time, it's still superficial or more superficial?
Yeah. I would say so. It's just judging about things you would judge here, like, you have all your drugs, and people didn't care as much about that kind of stuff over there. Like, they're like, we're here, it's like weed is terrible for you, but everybody there's like, whatever, smoke a joint on the...
That's what I picked up on there too. It's way more open. Way more open.
Yep. And I think that's just what I loved about it so much. It's just way different culture.
How did it impact you as a person? Or did it impact you as a person?
It made me want to work harder it made me driven and motivated just because I was surrounded by all these really rich people, and it made me want to reach my new goals.
So that was like contagious for you?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I loved it. And now I'm back in Wentzville, and it's like, well, my motivation's kind of gone, and I mean, it's still there, but it's not, you're not surrounded by all this energy of hustle, like you said.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I keep hearing about LA. Like LA specifically, it's just hustle.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
I feel like no one ever sleeps there.
Really?
Yep.
It's not New York. Not New York?
Oh, no. Actually, I've never been to New York, so I wouldn't know.
Really?
Never. I would love to. You haven't?
Have you ever been to the East Coast?
Yes, I have.
What parts?
North Carolina, that's all. Or maybe it was South Carolina. I don't remember.
That's right. That's where I've been as well.
Yeah.
That's where I want to go, like New York, Boston, Philadelphia, like all those, Washington, D.C.
Yeah, I've never been to any of those.
I want to hit it all in one road trip.
I've been more south, like, Alabama and then Florida, the normal places.
But I don't even, I consider that, almost like a hybrid between, the Midwest and the East Coast. I don't really consider, Alabama and all those aareas, East Coast, if that makes sense.
Oh, no, me neither.
Whenever I think of the East Coast, I think of, New York City.
Right.
Things like that.
I think of, Georgia and, South Carolina and all those places.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think of, the high, New York and stuff. I think of, small little...
You like your warmth?
Yes. Yes. I hate the cold so much.
It's winter time here. Well,
yeah.
By the time this gets uploaded, it'll probably be summer.
No, I think that's another reason why I loved California so much. I think it was February and I was laying out by my pool. So it's just always so...
That's awesome.
So amazing.
So you had a pool as well?
Yeah, our apartment complex had 2 pools. We lived in an amazing apartment complex.
That's what's up.
We had 2 hot tubs. It was all gated. So our first level was actually the second level. Everything was lifted up so that nobody could get into our apartment complex.
Oh, really?
And we had our own yoga studio.
In an apartment complex?
Yes, our own yoga studio, Pilates studio. We had outside flat screen TV, fireplaces, and our own like Starbucks little cafe area.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you know who Amanda Stanton is?
No, I don't.
Okay, she was on The Bachelor, or maybe Bachelorette. I don't know, one of the 2. But she lives there, and so I'm sure.
In the same apartment
yes.
complex?
And I didn't know. I saw her once at the cafe getting her coffee, but I was about to leave. That's when I was moving. I was like, why am I moving from such like a cool area where I see like these famous people? I'm like, but yeah, it was pretty neat. Kind of
awesome.
saw someone famous.
So are you like motivated or driven to get back out there?
Oh yeah.
Really?
I'll get there.
There you go.
I told my mom, when something happens to her, I'm out of here, because her and my grandpa are the only reason I'm out over here.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, family.
Yep. Family's the only reason I'm here.
I bet that's not like the main reason you came back, and like,
oh, yeah.
Were you missing them while you were
I
there?
was. I thought it wouldn't be as hard as it was, and it just sucked. And Nathan was gone all the time, so it's just kind of like.
He said he was training like 3
Oh
times
yeah,
a day.
yeah. Oh yeah, a ton.
I didn't realize he was training in the best gym in the world, right?
I think it was one of the best. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about it. Was edit that out. But yeah, I'm not sure what it was, but I know he was with a lot of really big trainers. So
good for him.
Yeah, it was fun, but I got bored, so that was another reason. I was bored and couldn't, and it's so expensive out there. I felt bad.
Very
I just couldn't do it.
If you don't mind me asking, how much was rent at that apartment complex?
$2,200.
Wow, really?
Yep. For 1 bedroom, I think it was 700 square feet.
Really? Wow.
Yep.
What did you have like a living area like out?
Oh yeah, or what do you mean?
Like so you had like the bedroom and then
Yep.
like a kitchen and all that. Okay.
Yeah, it was nice. Like it wasn't. I mean, yeah, we had our bedroom, bathroom, so we had a washer and dryer in it. So it was super nice. And
but that makes sense with all those luxuries, like the yoga classes, the
Pilates. You definitely pay for your amenities.
Did you do a lot of yoga or?
No, I used the gym more, and I would go to. I got really interested in bar. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's a like.
You became an alcoholic in California. We get it, Kayla.
No.
We get it.
Bar, BARRE. It's like a ballet.
Oh, okay.
It's almost like a ballet it's a mixture of ballet and Pilates, and you use like a ballerina bar.
Okay.
And it's an hour of just like it's like toning and all that stuff.
Toning, like standing on your toes?
Yeah, you do that.
Can you stand on your toes?
No, like not all the way. No, not like a ballerina. No,
okay.
I cannot. But
me neither. I don't know if that surprises you, but me neither.
It does actually. But so I got interested in that. So I would do that every morning. I would wake up. I had a schedule. I'd wake up at 6 a.m. every day, sit on the couch and watch Friends till 7:30.
Good show.
Till 7:30. And towards the end, I started to meditate in the morning too. So I'd wake up earlier and do that.
For how long would you typically meditate?
Starting off, I use like an app, the Mind Space, I think it is.
Okay.
So starting off, I think it was like 10 minutes or something, and it kind of talked you through it, because otherwise I would not know how to do it.
Yeah, those guided meditations help a ton. They help a ton.
Yeah. So, and I noticed when I started doing it that I was much happier like during the day, so that's why I stuck to it. But I need to get back to it. No, I need to get back to it.
So did you, I guess whenever you were over there, you kind of associated that habit, that habitual routine with California, and then whenever you came back over here, your routine, your habits all changed?
Yeah, everything changed.
I get that. I totally get that.
Yeah. Well, I didn't do anything with my day, so I woke up at 6, I went to my bar class at, I think it was like 8:30, 9, then I came back home and went to the beach or went shopping. That was kind of my day. It was the life for those 6 months. It was the life.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good for you.
And I wonder if I moved back out there though, and I had to get a job, and if I'd be as happy. You know what I mean? If I had to work the whole time, or I don't know. I just wonder about that.
Yeah, it's hard to think about.
Because I didn't have to. It was like my schooling is what my mom paid for it, and
good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you're in the same environment, obviously.
Right.
But like you're implementing all that stress into it as well.
Right. So I'd wonder if I'd still be as happy.
Yeah, true. I bet it was so stress-free being over there. That sounds like the lifestyle.
Yeah, I would just go to the beach during the day and chill out because everyone else was at work, so.
So in what ways did it kind of change your perspective on the world?
I don't know. Just. There's so many different people out there. So you have all these different cultures coming together, I guess, where I feel like St. Louis, it's just,
really? So it's like not just predominantly like white, like different ethnicities? Or do you mean like different types of people?
No, I would say you'd have your different types of people, but then you also have your different cultures.
Oh, so a total culture clash, like just...
Oh, yeah.
Just nothing odd.
Yes, definitely.
Very cool.
So I really like that, and it means you just, like you said, open your mind to different things. So...
That's what it's all about.
Yep.
Would you like to talk about your modeling?
Sure, I would. Yes, it makes me happy.
Good. Would you like to share your goal, or?
Yes, my goal. I would love to get signed with an agency, and I don't know if I would have to get signed with an agency to get to my end goal, but I'd love to be on Sports Illustrated, swim. Go to. They do the body paint, and they do. It's just so like. It's way different than...
yeah, I know what the body paint where like
Yeah.
you'll literally be completely naked.
Yeah.
It doesn't look naked at all.
Exactly.
That's
they use
cool.
body paint.
That's actually really cool.
But it's not like... I'm trying to think. It's not like Playboy kind of stuff. It's classier. And
Totally.
I'm not really into that kind of stuff. So that is my end goal. I would love to do that. It's getting bigger, so...
And it's really cool time to have that as your goal, because even if... like, for example, if Sports Illustrated didn't work out or something, like a modeling agency that you would like to ideally work for, you could do it on your own. Like, you could get entrepreneurial with it, with your Instagram. Like,
right.
Like, what better opportunity?
Yeah, because there's so many different opportunities on Instagram. I know. So I'm trying to build it more on Instagram, too. Just see where that goes,
I've always wanted, if you're interested, we can talk about this more after, but I've always wanted to, be, even if I just help, just, no profit or anything, I would love to help just, the behind-the-scenes kind of person.
No, I would love that.
Like, the Instagram marketing type deal.
Yes, I would love that. That would be awesome.
And it really is a growing industry.
Mm-hmm. No, I really enjoy it. Like, like the Iconosquare thing. So, I'm like, I don't feel like I know much about the Instagram world, so I need help with it. So, totally. I would love that. Yeah.
I think for whatever reason, like out here in Winsfield, we had a lot of people. I don't know if anybody out there remembers, or if you remember the high school fashions.
Yep.
That was a huge account back when we were in high school. Like, that was huge. And people at our high school started that.
Really? I didn't know that.
Matt McGrail.
Oh, really?
And Jeremy Bill, that's who ran it.
I did not know that.
Do you remember? They had this big party that they planned out. Like, people came from all over the country. It was some random place out in, the middle of nowhere, bumfuck Missouri.
I think I might have heard about that.
They scammed all these people. It was, $20 each. It was, thousands of people.
Really?
Yeah, they got in trouble. They didn't give the money back.
I might have heard of that. Because, it was in the middle of nowhere, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. I think it was just a total scam, or it got shut down beforehand, something like that. But, yeah, people were flying in.
For a party?
Yes.
Is that still going, the high school fashion thing?
I'm not sure. I'm not positive. And then, as I was telling you before, for whatever reason, I've always been into this, obviously, because of YouTube and all that. So I know a little bit, not too much, but for whatever reason, I just have a ton of connections in social media marketing.
And connections is everything.
True.
Everything. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't have that many connections, so, and I get weary about if someone messages me and wants to do a shoot, I'm like, I don't know what. So I had this guy message me that he said he was with Maxim magazine, which is a huge magazine.
So you're maybe thinking bullshit?
Yeah, but the thing was he had like 200 followers, which, okay, that's not that many, but I'm not going to judge it by that. But he messaged me and didn't use like punctuation, all that stuff, and he was like, and I asked what, he said, I really love your look. I would love for you to do a casting call with us. And he's like, you can do it in St. Louis. We're located in New York, but you can do it in St. Louis. I was like, okay, what all does the shoot entail? I'm like, because I don't do nudity, don't do that kind of stuff. And he wouldn't respond to me. And he like totally avoided the question. He goes, well, you just have to come to 2 events and shoot one day. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. So he kept messaging me. But I get like weary about like...
That's bizarre.
People like... not, and I have my email, like I prefer if people emailed me over sending me Instagram messages.
I've never thought about that. You gotta stay safe doing this.
Yeah, because you show up to shoot and this guy's, you know, trying to get you to take your clothes off, and that's never happened to me or anything, but like I know it's happened to people, well, like models.
Think about it, like for example, like he's like, yeah, just come to my house.
Yeah.
You know, then he has you in his house, like just lock the door. That's scary.
No, I have shot with one photographer who.
But you probably trusted them before.
Well, I had never met them though, but he had 50,000. He has 50,000 followers.
That's credibility.
So I'm like, and he works with models every single day. So I mean, I would go there, but with someone with 200 followers and. I'm like, not happening.
That's bizarre.
Yeah. I did not know where he was going to send me, like, in St. Louis. I'm like, yeah, that's not happening.
At least you trusted your judgment.
Yep. Smart about that.
Wow.
Like, I'd rather miss an opportunity than, you know, like, accidentally get kidnapped.
That's scary. That's really scary. I would have never even thought about that.
Yeah, you have to think about that.
That's actually, like, extremely eye-opening for me. Wow.
Don't want people taking advantage.
So how has modeling like impacted your personality as well?
I think I'm not as like I don't know, I'm just like I don't care as much what other people think. Like, you know, I don't take judgment.
You can't with that.
Yeah, you can't because someone's going to judge you no matter what you do. And so I think I just don't care as much. Like, I'm more like, whatever, if you don't like me, just go your own way.
Shoo.
Yep, shoo. So I would say that's like the main thing. Other than that, I think it's just, I'm more outgoing, I would say too.
Okay.
Because I think it's something I've always kind of wanted to do, but then when I actually did it, I'm like, okay, this is what I want to do. So I'm going to...
That's when you knew?
Yeah, that's when I knew. Which was like last August or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is still pretty like premature for you.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love it though.
Good
Makes
for you.
me happy.
That's awesome. If there's anything you should know about me, I'm one of those people that's like, I hold extremely high standards for myself. Actually, that had nothing to do with like anything I was about to. I'm extremely optimistic. I'm very, and like I believe I can do anything, and I'm the same way with the people around me. So like you can do it. You can do it. Like, and I'm excited for you. That's awesome that you're like really chasing your dream, because I see so many people our age that are really falling into like, oh yeah, well, I'm working 2-3 jobs now, like working 50 hours a week, like just kind of starting to hate life already. It's like you only have so much time on this earth. Like, enjoy yourself. Do something you enjoy doing. Yep. And I get it. Like, we have to work. I get that. Like, I understand it. But like, this is the time to take chances. This is the time to have fun, and like,
everybody's doing it. You might as well do it.
Totally.
And I'll work for my family business too. I'll take over it at some point with my cousins. But this is just something I want to do on the side too, and see where it goes.
Absolutely.
Yep. And like I said, the lingerie thing, want to start that. So we'll see when that happens and if it happens. But my main focus is modeling.
I feel like that all starts with building a following. That's it.
Yeah, it really does. Like, because then you have your connections through that. And no, I would definitely say that. Because then you just, like you say, more, just get more people involved.
Totally. collaborating with other models, probably, like you said before, like the photographers.
Yeah.
So do you use the same photographers like frequently, or?
I have some, like the ones that are closest. I have one in Cape Girardeau that she's actually coming next weekend to shoot with me.
Okay.
And I really love the ones I met in California, so I want to fly out there. I think I'm going to fly out there on my birthday and try to shoot with them again.
When's your birthday?
March 3rd.
Oh, coming up.
Very
cool.
But they were definitely my favorite, so I just want to go out there and do that. And then I have others that I'm interested in meeting, so because everybody just has a different perspective on photography.
Totally.
So artsy.
I didn't realize photography is such an art until I had a roommate back in college who was a photographer as well, and it's really cool how you can like take a picture of something and like we'd be walking down somewhere and be like, yeah, I'll take a picture of that. Like he'd be able to see the art in like just like a simple flower.
Yeah.
Like a
I'm like, well, what's neat about that?
Exactly.
Like, they're like, oh, this is neat. I'm
like,
vision. Okay.
It's the vision.
The vision, yes. No, I didn't realize it was such like an art until I started to. So I'm like, I don't understand how people can take such good photos.
Totally.
Like I have a nice camera. I try and it looks nothing like what they could do.
Selfie queen.
Oh yeah, selfie queen.
Well, it's crazy that it seems like you could just run it just from your phone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I bet you could. Do you take any of your pictures like just on a simple cell phone?
Oh yeah. I don't use my camera as very much.
Okay.
The last time I used it was probably a year ago.
Really?
But yeah, all my photos are just on my phone. It's so much easier to just take your phone out than take a camera out or carry a camera around.
Yeah, true.
And the cameras are so good now anyway.
Just carry that everywhere around your neck.
Yep.
That's what I'm obsessed with. I'm obsessed with the fact that we're like the first generation to ever just walk around everywhere we go. We have a camera in our pocket.
That's true.
It's cool. It's really
I know,
cool.
my grandpa, it's so cute. He's like, he gets so confused with this camera. I'm like, what did you guys do when you didn't have cameras? I'm like, that's just part of my life. I have like 3,000 pictures on my phone.
It is hard to imagine.
It's just
life without cameras,
cameras,
life without the
phone,
internet.
yeah. Like, I just can't imagine.
We really do take it for granted too.
Or computers, stuff like that. My grandpa doesn't even know how to turn a computer on.
Really?
Yeah, he has no idea.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's just different.
So would you like to talk about your CF?
Sure. Do you have any questions?
Well, I guess for starters, I guess in layman's terms, if you could explain exactly like what it is. I did a little research before, but I'm not too knowledgeable.
It's a genetic disease that affects your lungs and your digestive system, but mostly your respiratory system. So it like builds up mucus and throughout your body, and it makes it really difficult to get rid of it. So you have constant infections and
constant coughing. You were
constant coughing. And the life expectancy right now is 37, I think.
37, okay.
Because there's no cure. But there.
Is that the average life? So you can go below or above that typically, or?
Yes, like I know people that are, there's support groups, stuff like that. But there's people that are 60 plus and have CF and are doing fine. So there's different degrees of it too. So not everybody is the same and is going to progress the same. I would say I'm moderate right now, where when I was younger, had mild, like it was mild, like it didn't affect my day-to-day life, and now it does. And but I know people who have passed away at 12, so you have your younger people, and then you have our older. So it just depends on the individual person.
Wow.
And there's ways you can help it, and you do your medicine, and there's this vest that shakes your body, so you sit there for a half hour.
Do you own one?
I do.
Okay.
Because they're very expensive. My sister and I both have one, but so you put this vest on, it's like a life jacket.
Okay.
And you put these hoses in it, and it fills up with air, and it literally shakes your body for like a half hour or however long you do it. I don't use mine anymore. I should, but I don't. They've come out with new stuff, so I use that instead.
Okay.
But yeah, we used to do that every night. And that just helps, like, you cough and break stuff up.
Right.
And, but you're, like, more susceptible to getting infections and just getting sick.
So it's lowered immune system as well.
Yes. So I've literally been living in a bubble this past month because I don't want to get, you know, how the flu's going around and all that stuff.
Right, true.
It's only like 10% effective, the flu shot. So I'm first in line to get my flu shot every year because I did get the flu like 3 years ago, and I was in the hospital for 3 weeks because my body just couldn't fight it off. And so it's just harder to get, when you do get sick, it's harder to come back from it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you carry around like Germ-X?
I do.
People probably think you're like a germ freak. No. You don't get it. It's fun.
Well, like at church, we do where you shake everybody's hands, like. And my mom's like, do not touch anybody here. She's like, just tell them you're sick and you don't want to give it to them. I'm like, okay.
Elbow pads.
Yeah.
Elbow pad.
So I'm like, I'm very, you know, particular about staying in my bubble during flu season.
Totally.
Don't want to catch anything.
Is it as bad over in like Cali? Or like a warmer area? Does that have any correlation?
So salt water and the salt air actually helps you.
Really?
Yeah.
Incentive to go to Cali.
Exactly. That's why my mom was happy about me living in Cali too. And yeah, because the salt air kind of breaks everything up.
Good.
So but I don't really know. But I know that living by the ocean, they do see an increase in like lung function and just how people feel overall.
Really? Is that ocean air different?
I guess so. The salt in the air. So yeah. And I have super bad allergies, so staying here just sucks because it's the worst for allergies. I know like living in Missouri is like one of the worst places you could live for allergies.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. And I have super bad allergies. So it wasn't bad over there. Another reason I need to be living in California.
All these incentives.
Yes.
Make your dreams come true, Kayla.
I know. Yep. But, like there's no cure, but mostly there'll come a point where I will have to get a lung transplant.
Really?
Yes. Like my cousins both got a lung transplant 2 years ago, I guess it was. And then I know someone else who has had a lung transplant. And it doesn't get rid of the CF, but it gives you a new chance, like. So
that probably dramatically helps the life expectancy, at least how it seems.
Yes, it does. My cousins both passed away last September after their it was like a year after the lung transplant, I think.
Really?
My cousin passed away, and then 5 days later, his wife passed away from it. And but you have your risk of cancer with your lung transplant and all that stuff. So, you know, people ask me, do you think you'll get a lung transplant? Like when it comes time that I need one. And I'm like, I don't know, because you have all these different things that could happen after lung transplant.
Totally.
Where it's like, do I want to risk, you know? It's kind of just outweighing your choices.
Wow.
Yeah. So I just have to stay healthy until a cure comes, I guess. Which they are getting closer.
Really?
It's just the genes my sister and I carry aren't, like, the medicine that they have out now does not help my sister and I's genes that we have. Yeah. So they're getting closer though. So my last doctor appointment, they're like, okay, you need to stay where you're at so that you can go back to.
So you have a lot of hope.
Yes.
And the cool thing about like medicine and technology is like it's growing, obviously.
Right.
But I would imagine it's not growing at a constant rate. It's going to grow at like an exponential rate. So it's just going to keep getting better, better. Just building off of that.
Yep.
That's the only attitude you can take is optimism.
Yeah. Can't think negative.
Totally.
Yep. So my last doctor appointment, they said, or it was like 6 months ago, they're like, this is your new normal. Like, you're sick. Like, you're not going to get healthier. So I kind of took that as a challenge. Like, okay, I'm going to show you, like, that I'm not sick. And so I started going to the gym more. And I came back and they're like, I don't know what you're doing, but keep it up because right now you're doing really well. And you could fight off infection if you got it.
Good for you.
And so just
I guess you gotta be great at the gym as well with like touching machines. And,
yes.
Wow.
But that's the best thing you can do is staying active.
Totally.
Like when I quit volleyball, I think my doctor at the time was kind of upset that I had quit like a sport. So I'm glad that I got back into working out at the gym. But
is it harder for you to run?
Oh yeah.
To take like deep breaths?
Yeah. I can't walk up the stairs without being out of breath usually.
Neither can I though. I swear, regardless of how much you work out, you cannot walk upstairs without just be like,
No, I seriously get out of breath. Like, yeah, I can't run
hey, I'll
for
piggyback
anything.
you up these stairs, right?
Perfect.
We got this.
But like, or, you know, at one point I was like, I sometimes get out of breath just like walking with with Belle. Belle's 15 pounds now. And I get out of breath just walking from the bed to the couch, you know?
Oh, wow.
So, I don't know, it's just...
This is just a suggestion, but
yes.
you should start dabbing whenever you cough. Just like, in public, just dab.
I've never had someone say that. That's funny. I've never thought about it either.
Just reckless dabs, too. Like, you're hitting people in the face, like, regardless of where you are.
And just look around like nothing happened afterwards. Good idea.
Switch off like the Logan Paul. Have you ever seen him? Like he always does that.
I haven't.
Thing.
No. I mean, the only time I've heard of it is with all this new stuff coming up.
Oh, with the suicide stuff.
Yeah, it's the only thing
crazy.
Only time I've ever heard of it.
I watched Have you seen the video of it?
No.
He has a video leading up to it. I didn't see too much of it because I think it was taken down off YouTube before like I could see like the full thing. He has a video. I haven't seen too much of those guys. I know they're fucking crazy. I don't mind them. I think they're taking over YouTube. So I don't know. I mean, I'll just keep cheering them on, you know. But they're running down the streets of Japan and they just look like the stereotypical Americans. They're so arrogant, so ignorant, so reckless. They're running around in Pokemon outfits, like carrying this like stuffed Pokeball, just throwing it at Chinese
I feel like I might have seen what they're throwing it at.
Yes, and Japanese people.
What?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I've never heard of them before. Until the other day, yeah. But I saw that he made like 12 million or something on YouTube like this past year.
Really?
Yeah, I saw that he made like a lot of money.
His younger brother, I was actually going to ask you.
Or maybe it was the other one.
He made like 50 something.
Really? That's crazy.
He's like 18 or something. He's really, I don't know how old he is, but Logan Paul's like, he's just a few months older than me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was born in May of 95 and I was in October. So I think that's right, something like that, but... So, how would you say, like, CF has affected you as a person? Especially, like, knowing that life expectancy. Like, do you think about, like, death at all, or... And keep in mind, all these questions are coming from a place of empathy, compassion, love, like, and genuine curiosity, like...
When I'm sick, like... When I'm sicker than I am right now, definitely, you get depression and you get all that stuff. And so I say definitely when I do get sick, I think more of it and I'm just more like, whatever, I don't care. But then when I'm healthier, I'm like, you know what, I want to live a great long life and do all these things. So you kind of see both sides of it, I guess.
Totally.
Yeah.
Does it inspire you? Because at least for me, like, I've had, especially over the past year, I think there's a paradox within death. Whenever you think of death as an inevitable possibility, an inevitable fate inevitable destiny that we're all going to face, like, it just, whenever you fully accept it, I think it makes you live your life a lot more. Because you realize that time's the greatest commodity we have. Like, time is of the essence. So it makes you look at everything you're doing as, like, I like the expression, like, people, I mean, it's overused now, but spending time.
Right.
It really is. It's like, it's a resource. Like, does that kind of, like, make you think, like I'm gonna take today on, like, 100%?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because you see people, like, just wasting it. It's like, or I get really upset when I see people smoking. where I'm like, you are wasting your lungs. Like, you are choosing to put yourself in this terrible position where I would kill to be able to breathe the way you do. And not smoking weed or anything, but like smoking cigarettes. I'm like, you're just killing yourself right there. And so I get really upset with stuff like that. I'm like, or when people complain about their cold, I'm like, I feel bad for you, but don't come complaining to me. Because I'm like, I have a cold 24/7. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, it just, I don't know if it makes me feel or have more sympathy for people or less. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Because I'm like, I know you're complaining and I know you're hurting, but don't come complaining to, or just watch your audience.
Yeah, true.
You know?
Think about it. Think before you speak. Like,
yes.
Totally.
Like this past week, I spent, the week with somebody who complained that he couldn't breathe, but he has smoked cigarettes his whole 50 years of life. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, do not complain right now that you cannot walk up those stairs because you smoked, your whole 50 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
and that's such an easy habit to start, but I can see it from your perspective. That would bother me so much seeing that.
Yeah.
Because they really are making the choice to really mess up their lungs, and everybody knows how bad cigarettes are for you. So does dip bother you, or is it just the fact that they're messing up their lungs with cigarette smoke?
It's more, messing up the lungs with cigarette smoke.
Okay.
All my friends dip, so I don't really...
Can't
really be mad about it, no. But if any of my friends, if I see a friend with a cigarette, I get so upset.
Really?
Because I'm like, you know what I go through. Put that out right now, even when they're just drinking or something. I don't know.
Totally.
Probably shouldn't be as judgmental about it, but...
It'd be hard. I get it.
Like, don't waste your life away like that. When there's other people who would kill for it.
Well, it's also just like, listen to me. Like, this sucks. Like, you don't want this.
You don't want to not be able to breathe.
And you have a choice. You don't I didn't have a choice. So, I get that. That. And that's how most people start smoking cigarettes, is when they're drinking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's why I've always made the promise to myself of dipping and smoking cigarettes. Uh-huh. I'll never touch a cigarette for that exact reason, because, like, it's such an easy, like, habit to start.
Oh, yeah.
Versus those vape pens are getting super popular now, too.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I do see a bunch of people, which I wouldn't. Have you ever done that?
I had started trying them this past semester, so they're, like, people that would always be over at my house. None of my roommates, and I didn't own one. Not one of my roommates ended up buying one, but anyway, none of us owned one. But there were like enough people at our house that I was actually doing it every day for like 2 weeks straight. And then I decided, I'm I'm actually really happy I did, because I understand cigarettes now. I get it. Like I know why people are. It's a very desirable feeling for a very, very short amount of time, and as soon as you're like within like 2-3 minutes, like you're like, I want more, and you start fiending for it. It's
really?
It's just like that felt good. I want that again. And same thing, I started doing it when I was drinking one night. Yeah. And like after one night, I actually I'm really happy this happened, because I hit it like a whole bunch, and it was a very like powerful one, and I ended up like my stomach hurt, and I'm like, yes, thank God. Because then I was able, in my mind, to associate the like nicotine feeling and the like vaping with pain. Okay. Because if it's constantly in your mind associated with pleasure, like I see that vape, I want to do it, but I can't. Like, that's way harder to quit than whenever you see a vape and you're like, fuck that. Like, I don't want to touch that.
Right.
You know, so I, like, ever since then, I'm like, none. I'm done. And I knew I was going to stop really early on, because that's not who I am. Like, I'm not somebody who's going to do vape or whatever.
Right. That's how I am with weed, though. Like, I had one bad experience, and I'm like, hell no, that's not happening again.
Right.
Ugh. So I don't know. Like, I don't mind people smoking weed or getting high. It's just, I had one terrible experience with it. And
because of your CF? Or?
No, it was, I ate too much. Okay. I was brownies. Me and Nathan ate, he kept telling me, keep eating. Like, if you don't feel the effects, just keep eating it.
Right.
So dumb me, who doesn't smoke or eat edibles.
Wait, what do you mean feel the effects? Like,
I wasn't high or anything.
Oh, of the edible.
Yes, of the edible. So he's like, oh, just keep eating it, you'll feel it eventually. I'm like, okay. So dumb me just keeps eating them, and all of a sudden I sit up in the bed, And I'm like, oh my God, what's happening? And I like can't feel anything. Like, it was the craziest thing. I felt like I was like floating over my body. And
like an out of body experience?
Yes.
Deal? Really?
Yes. And Nathan said I was like shaking, and I couldn't see anything. All I could see was like inside my own body. It was the weirdest experience, and it lasted for so long. So I will not eat edibles again.
Right. Wow, that's like indescribable almost, I bet.
Oh yeah, it was terrible.
Ugh.
Like, it made me. I felt like I was like healing myself though. Like, it was like I was in my own body, and it was like every breath I took, I was like, okay, I'm healing myself. I'm adding air to my lungs. You know, like, it was kind of a cool experience, but at the same time, it lasted way too long, and I felt like... It
almost sounds like a form of meditation.
Does it?
Like
Nathan's... When I told Nathan, he was like, honestly, it sounds like you were... It sounds like a shroom trip.
Oh, wow.
Like I think that's what he said. But yeah, it was scary.
That's scary.
I won't do it again. No, like, in living in California, he could have gotten anything, and I'm like, nope, staying clear of that. It was just way too much for me, because I don't drink that much. I don't do any of that. So
same. That's it. I'm actually giving up drinking.
Are you?
I think. I don't know.
You're how old are you?
22.
22.
I actually lost interest in whenever I turned about 21. Though.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything I'm like picking up on lately. I just don't necessarily believe in like the hedonistic lifestyle, like meaning like being reliant on like external things to like
boost your
happiness.
Okay,
like your happiness is dependent on external pleasures. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make sense.
No, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I see where you're coming from. I know. I look at people and I'm like, how can you drink every night? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. But I mean, you do you, but... How
is that fulfilling?
Exactly. I'm like, you don't remember anything the next day. Or you feel like shit.
Yes. And that's what it is, too. Like, personally, I hate a hangover more than I like being drunk.
Right. Yep.
Hangovers suck. Nobody likes them.
Now, I've never had a hangover, but just like...
Really?
But just like the aftermath of not knowing how you acted last night. I don't like not being in control. I guess that's what it is. I don't like not being in control of my actions, and
alcohol really does take control.
It really does, and so I did not like that, or I don't like that feeling. I mean, every once in a while I will, but just every night, can't do it.
True.
And it takes me so long to recover from just like one night of drinking.
Is that just like you as a person, or why is that?
I think just my CF.
Really?
Just like my body is just like, okay, went too hard.
True.
You gotta step back for a few days. Like, I have to lay in bed for like 3 days.
Really?
Or just take it easy, like, for a few days.
Yeah, right.
When I drink.
I would say I'm like that, but like 1 day. That's crazy. 3 days?
Yeah. It takes me a while to recover.
Wow.
I know, like, if I tell my mom I'm going out, she's like, just remember, like, how long it takes you to recover from one night. But
you're assuming you're drinking a lot.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. But usually I don't drink a lot. I'd rather be the mom of the group and be the driver and just watch out for everybody. Yes, I'd rather be the responsible one and just make sure everybody gets home safe.
Do you think that's any correlation to like level of maturity? Because this is me speaking for you. I would say you're like definitely a lot more mature than most people. Like, wait, you're 2 years younger than me, right? How old
I'm
are you?
19. I'll be 20 in March.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's when you're going to Cali.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to so bad. But
you don't know for sure.
I've had the ticket, like the plane ticket, up on my computer screen. I just have to purchase it.
Okay.
I just keep going back and forth. I'm like, do I want to spend the money? Do I want to stay here? I don't know. So it's just trying to figure out if I want to.
Or you can spend that money on making your dreams become a reality.
Yes, but I'm going to go get a photo shoot when I'm there. So that's kind of like, that's why I want to go, is I want to shoot with these photographers.
You want to shoot up with these photographers?
Yes, shoot up with these photographers. So, I mean, it's kind of like I'm chasing my dream.
Okay.
I'm going.
Wow, that changes the game then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll probably go though.
Really?
Yeah. I just want to get away. I forgot what we were talking about though.
Yeah, I brought up age, and I don't remember why.
Oh, maturity. No, I would definitely say like having CF has affected like how I see or just how I act and stuff. Just
in what ways?
I just see things different. Like I said, like, you know, I see something that I'm like, you're ruining your life, you know. I don't know, I see things differently. You know, I've noticed over the past few years that I do have maturity of, you know.
It would force you to mature.
Yeah,
really
it does.
would.
No, it really does, yeah.
That makes so much sense to me.
Yeah. Forces you to, you know, you have to make your own doctor appointments, you have to remember this, you have to take, you know, I think I take 12 pills every night. And so, you know, you have all these different things you have to do, but you have to do them in order to stay alive. You know, so it kind of forces you to just start a routine in life or early in life and, you know, remember to do this and remember to do that. And,
yeah, that's going to establish a type of discipline.
Yeah. So you have to have discipline. You have to know if you do this, you know, these are going to be your effects of what you do. And
Totally.
so I think that has...
It sounds like you're more
turned me.
conscious of your choices.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
More so than I was like back in high school. Just more like, I know what that will do, so I'm not doing that.
And if to my understanding, you didn't go to college because of that reason, because of the CF?
Not necessarily. It was just not something I ever wanted to do. Like,
I don't blame you.
There was not a school that I wanted to go to. I was like, I want to do this.
And the student
I don't know, and I didn't, exactly. And I didn't know what exactly I wanted to do. And I feel like what I do want to do, I don't need I don't need to go to college for it.
Right.
You know, there's just so many different ways to get educated now than through college.
So many.
So, you know, you see all these people who didn't go to school or just go to college, and they're so, you know.
I mean, some of the most successful people in the world didn't.
Exactly. So I'm like,
a lot.
So I'm like, do I really need to go to school if I don't know exactly what I want to do? So.
That just makes sense.
Yes.
And I can't blame you because I hate it. I hate
really?
school. Yes. I mean, I don't know. The college is alright. Like the whole idea. I don't know. I don't know if you ever pick up, like, it seems like people like to make their lives seem a lot better when they're away at school. Mm-hmm. If you ever do get jealous, like, don't, because you don't have to deal with classes. Like,
I don't get jealous.
Okay.
I mean,
cool.
because of the partying, like, I don't party, so I'm like, that's the only thing that I think I would ever get jealous of, but I don't party that much, so I'm kind of like, I'd rather sit at home with my dog and go to sleep at 8 p.m.
That's respectable. That's respectable.
I mean, I wake up at like 8, go to sleep at 8, so I'm like...
You should start meditating again.
I really should.
You're living alone with your dog, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I live by myself, so I really should, because it made me happier. Like, I think I called my mom once. I was like, I meditated this morning, and I'm just in such a good mood. Like, I just want to talk, and she's like, okay. But, no, it really does put you in a better mood.
Absolutely.
Do you meditate?
Same deal. I was living alone, and I did all the time.
Yeah.
I did very frequently, and I was getting good at it. Like, I was getting a lot better at it than I am now and than I was. And then I started living with my roommates now, and
took
a little bit distracting. I like them.
Yeah.
They're cool guys, but a little bit distracting.
Yeah.
A lot going on all the time.
Right.
Which is, I need it more now than ever.
Yeah.
If there's so much, it's so hectic down there.
It's hard to fit it in to your
Absolutely.
schedule. Yep.
But that's no excuse at the same time.
This is true.
I can make it work.
Yeah, you only have to do it, like, what, 10 minutes a day?
That's it, yeah. That's all it takes.
I did it once, like, as I was falling asleep. There was one on the Mindspace app where it would help you fall asleep while you meditate. And it was really cool. I actually slept, like, the best I had ever slept after I did it.
Really?
It, like, tells you to, like, release all the energy, like, starting from your toes. And it talks you through it. And it was really cool.
Really?
I felt really relaxed.
That's cool.
Fell right asleep.
Yeah, I like to meditate and fall asleep frequently. That's what they say to do, is to meditate 20 minutes when you wake up and 20 minutes when you go to bed.
Really?
Yeah.
But then wouldn't you associate meditating with going to sleep then, if you do it before bed? I would get tired then.
Not necessarily if you're doing it in the morning, too. Because then you're starting your day.
That's true.
I listened to somebody, and they said that they would drink a lot of coffee before. Which I find interesting, because, like...
Then you would think your mind or your
thoughts
even your body.
Well,
even your body is more like shaky and stuff when you have your caffeine and stuff.
True.
So you would think you wouldn't be as relaxed.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I would like to try it because I just started drinking coffee recently.
Really?
Actually, because of Nate. Because this is crazy. This is actually crazy. I lost 15 pounds intermittent fasting in like 16
Really?
days. Yes.
He told me, because I went to him like over the summer. I was like, I just want to lose weight. Like, I didn't really need to, but I was like, I just want to lose weight. He's like, try it. So I tried it. But I got sick because I lost weight, and I need the weight to keep me. I need the weight to fight off infection if I do get sick.
Absolutely.
So I was stupid for that, but no, apparently it works.
Apparently. I mean, it cut. I wasn't trying to lose 50 pounds. Though. That's the thing. Like, I was like mind blown. I think it's just because I have a very, very high metabolism, and my habitual eating was that I would eat all day long, like really, like most glutton Americans, like they'll eat from morning till night
when they're bored. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if but I think more of that is because I work out so much and I just have a very high metabolism. I don't know if, but yeah, so I don't eat for a few hours and I'm still eating. Like, it's not like I'm like eating less calories. I don't think I was, at least. Like, I was eating a ton I would eat like within a 4-hour time span, and I'm taking a few weeks off of it until I want to gain like 5 pounds back and then start doing it again. But yeah, I like it a lot.
Really?
Did you feel any like more energy?
No.
Really?
But I did it like while I was in Gulf Shores, so it was kind of like I was on vacation.
Right.
So I don't know.
I know there's a form of it where you basically eat a third of the day. So like half of your waking day. Like you it's like an 8-hour increment. And that might be more your thing if that's what you're looking for. Like maybe you just establish times of the day that you are, and that your body can kind of flush all that out kind of deal, if that makes sense.
No, it does make sense, yeah.
Because then you're not eating 16 hours and then it's burning all that fat in that time. So maybe that's more you're out on now. You
were talking about coffee. Do you drink that bullet coffee or whatever he drinks then?
No, I don't know what that is.
I don't know. It was gross. It was like butter in it and stuff. But you said something about Nathan, so I thought maybe you were drinking the butter coffee.
Butter
but he
coffee?
puts butter in his coffee.
Ew.
Or maybe it's coconut oil. I think it's both.
Okay.
But I'm like,
You say both. Both.
Both? Do I say it weird?
Yeah.
Both. How do you say it?
Both.
That's how I say
it. I hear an L in there.
Both. Shut up. I'm never going to be able to say it right. But no, I used to drink coffee when we were together, but that's all.
Okay. So you quit drinking coffee?
Yeah. I drink... I know I'm not supposed to, and I know they're so bad for you, but I drink a Monster every day.
Yeah, okay.
One of those white... It's the white ones. I think I've been drinking them every day for a year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're terrible for you, I know, but...
Well, it's better than what I do. I snort a whole thing of Monster every morning. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's really bad for you. I suggest not doing that.
Well, you drink Monster. Double standard.
That's true.
It's because I'm a guy. You're attacking me. You're suppressing me. No.
What's going on?
Here's a funny question.
Okay.
If a turtle loses its shell... I kind of mumbled. I was making fun of your speech, and now I'm mumbling. If a turtle loses its shell, is it homeless or naked?
Is it homeless or naked?
It would look weird. Look like
a grandma.
Lizard. Do what?
Look like an old grandma. I bet it's wrinkly.
I feel like it would be wrinkly.
And like wet and wrinkly, or maybe it's dry wrinkly.
I feel like it'd be really dry.
Why?
Typically, turtles.
But it's like
really
moist.
Dry. Moist. Everybody hates that.
I hate that word.
Really?
No, I hate that word. I would say it's naked.
Naked?
Yep.
Naked and afraid?
Because it could go in places and have its home.
Okay.
Like it can go under a rock, or not a rock, but like it could go in like this little cave.
But it's not a portable home.
Our homes aren't portable.
Yeah, true. So maybe he is naked.
It's naked, for sure. It's like
just
clothes.
A naked turtle.
Yeah.
So that's all shells are. They're not homes. Right. That's really what the question comes down to. Okay.
Or it's like, I would say it's like a fingernail. It's always on you. So it's like attached to you. It's always on you.
It's like a part of you.
It's part of you.
A portable home.
Yeah.
Or a portable.
Okay, unless you live in a RV or a mobile home.
I think I agree with you.
Yeah.
And you totally changed my opinion on that question.
Did you have the other?
Yeah.
You were calling it a home?
We kind of acquiesced the other day on another podcast to that question, and to it being a home.
Yeah.
But I think that's the right answer. I think that's right.
Girls are always right.
True. This is true, unless they're wrong.
Which never happens.
True. Or are women just better or worse at admitting that they're wrong?
No, I think we're just right.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. I think guys are just more. Actually, I'll keep my opinion to myself.
No, I want to hear it.
No.
Like I said earlier, I'm so open-minded, but then again, you don't know who's listening. So.
Exactly.
Okay.
Can't talk.
We've gotten. Well, I would love to hear your perspective because, on the contrary, on the parallel opposite, we have gotten not. I wouldn't even say me because I wouldn't say not misogynist, but like very from the male perspective, if that makes sense. Because I've had a lot more male guests on here. So I would like to, if you're willing to share your opinions, I would love to hear it from the female perspective, to as like a rebuttal almost.
On guys?
If you'd like to, yes.
I forgot what you were gonna say. I don't know. I think guys are just like, guys don't care as much, I guess.
About like certain things.
Yeah.
Like what?
Like they're more about. Where girls like just care about every little detail, guys just don't.
So you're saying like women are more meticulous typically?
I would say so, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That makes sense.
I like to keep my opinion about guys. No guys are the same. I know girls say that they are, but no guys are the same.
But we're kind of at a weird age because like everybody, it seems like everybody. Well, you said you hadn't, but a lot of people have like been in bad relationships, and they form like misogyny against women, or on the contrary, like girls.
They're like,
guys
this
are
guy,
assholes.
yes, exactly.
Totally.
And I've had my bad experience with guys, but I'm just like, no guys are the same. You have to give one a chance.
That's my opinion of it as well. Like, there are shitty guys out there. There are shitty girls out there. It is what it is. Like, just leave it open to the individual.
It's a new person. It's completely different. So, and you never know unless you try.
Because then if you're gonna close yourself off to like all women. Like as far as like friends goes, you're gonna close yourself off to love. Like,
well, even like all that law of attraction stuff. If you constantly think you're gonna get these shitty guys, you're obviously gonna get the shitty guys and attract them to yourself.
Absolutely.
You know, and I've kind of had that mindset, like that. You know, I'm gonna attract a great guy. You know, like, or like all these guys are great. Like, you just have to meet the right one. You know, and I've had a lot of nice guys come to my life, so I'm just kind of like, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
You are
absolutely.
what you attract.
I couldn't believe that more. And I feel like whenever you worry about like running into like a shitty significant other, like that's what you're gonna get. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yep. When you stop worrying about it, that's when the best things come.
Yeah. I feel like that's the best approach to take on like things like that. I feel like the people that are actively seeking out like I need a girlfriend, I need a boyfriend, like you know what I mean, and they build up this paradigm, this blueprint for their life, like this is what I need, this is what I need to be happy, these are the credentials, these are the requirements that I need, and those are typically like the people that get disappointed the most.
Yeah, I'd say so. They're expecting something and they don't get it, they're unhappy.
True. Which is, I was going to tell you before the podcast on that topic that I've been really looking forward to this podcast, but then I didn't want to say that because I didn't want to build up any expectation for you, myself, or the viewers. So.
That's very true. If you don't expect much, you are always happier.
Yeah. It's
if you're not expecting, I mean, I was expecting it to be good, but I didn't want to say it out loud.
Right.
Because then you're always jinxing yourself.
True.
Or I always seem to jinx myself. You know, this is going to be great, and then it just turns out shitty.
Are you like a fan of like calling your shots in life?
What do you mean? What would you say?
I look up to a degree, like people like Kanye West before they're famous, or I'm pretty sure Kanye did this or somebody, but like I'm going to do that shit. Like they say it with full confidence, like, and they attack it. They really attack it with like total confidence. They just know, like in their mind. Same thing, law of attraction. Like they really believe in themselves. but it's almost like they lack humility within that.
I wouldn't say I practice that, or like just like, you know, kind of like when you talk to yourself, or like affirmations, you know. I wouldn't say, I kind of tried them, but I don't like to do those kind of things. Like I don't know. Like I said, I tried them, but it didn't really seem to help me. So I don't know if I'd say I like call my shots and just kind of like go with the flow. And
that's right. I think that's more the correct way to take it too.
Just, yeah. Because
you can still be confident in yourself, but I feel like whenever you call your shots, it's like too much.
I don't say like, oh, I'm going to do this, or like, this is going to happen, you know, or I'm already there. Like, I don't know. It's just too stressful for me, I guess.
Totally.
I'd rather just be laid back and go with the flow.
You like, for example, with you, if you were going to say, like, I'm going to be in Sports Illustrated, like I'm going to be in Sports Illustrated, right. Like, and you just close yourself off to the whole realm of possibilities that could emerge for you. Like maybe for example, you start to build up a following on Instagram, and you like your goal, your intention is still to be on Sports Illustrated, but then you find out that being independent and doing your thing your own way is actually more fulfilling in what you're looking for.
Yeah, if you don't want to close off your mind to just one thing and then miss all the opportunities, like you said.
Would you mind squirting some of that in here? A little squirt.
You're all
You know who Eric Andre is?
Who?
Eric Andre?
No.
Okay, never mind.
Why? Who is it?
I can't remember what he's like he's so funny. He's so funny.
Who is it?
Look him up. I don't want to start playing videos right now, but I can't even stop laughing. He's so funny.
Is it YouTube?
He is. He has his own TV show where he does like pranks on the street, and he also like interviews people. And his interviews are really they're kind of. I think they're kind of funny. They're just really out there, really crazy. Like you never know what to expect, kind of deal. But his pranks are the same way, and I can't remember what it is where he says, "Can I just get a little squirt?" But we'll watch his compilation after. Are you cool with that?
Yes.
Okay, it's so funny.
I don't watch a lot of YouTube.
Really? What do you watch?
If I do, I watch, like, music videos, I think. But what do I watch? I sit and watch Friends 24/7.
Friends?
Friends, yeah.
Who's your favorite?
Rachel.
Really?
Yes. And Joey. I love Joey.
He was my favorite.
He's so funny. Yes.
He is really goofy.
I just have friends on in the background. Like, I think Belle actually watches it. Like, I'll turn the corner and she's sitting on the couch watching Friends.
Some dogs are attentive to TV.
I'm like, you're so my dog. She's watching Law and Order today. I like Law and Order too.
Yeah.
The SVU, I think it is.
I've never seen it before. I don't think so, Luke.
Kind of like Criminal Minds, you know, NCIS, stuff like that. Yeah.
Do you kind of like being able to like see things from that perspective, like the psychotic brain? Or...
Yes, I think it's cool.
It is interesting.
Just the way people think about it.
And I think mental disorders are kind of like overlooked or just understudied. Probably is a better way to word it.
People are ignorant to it.
Totally.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I would say so.
Here's another question for you. If everyone said what they were thinking, what would happen to society?
I think we'd have a lot of mad people. I don't think anybody would get along. Or maybe everyone's just so honest and everyone's just... that no one would have their feelings hurt because they're so used to it. So I guess it could go both ways. Makes
sense. People are more honest.
Yeah.
I know. I think Russian culture, apparently, like, it's more difficult over there or something. I guess they're just living rougher. It's colder. I don't know what it was. I read this in some book. And apparently the people there are just way more blunt. Like, they're more... Versus Western civilizations, you'd know, like if you're going to, like, a business meeting, you want people to like you, so you're probably not going to be as... You're going to hold back some of your honest opinions about things. I don't know what... I would have to experience the honest culture. I bet a balance between the two is what I would prefer, but...
But don't we have a balance between the two, then?
In Western?
Yeah, I would say, because not everybody holds things back. You know, you have your really blunt people, and then you have your really, like, extra nice, extra fake.
True. So you got options.
Yeah, so you have your options.
You can choose who you surround yourself with.
I would say, but, like, personally, I'd rather have a blunt friend. Like, just be honest with me.
Do you like to surround yourself with more, like, just brutally honest people?
I would say so. I would say my closest friends are very brutally honest.
That's good.
Yeah, just tell me how it is.
With yourself?
I would say so, yeah.
Do you think that internal dialogue is like a reflection of your external, your friends in your life?
I would say so. I only have like 2-3 close friends, like my closest friends. So I just kind of...
You're really close with your sister, right?
I'm pretty close with her. I'm really close to my mom. I would say I'm closest to my mom.
That's awesome.
Like, she was the first person I called when I lost my virginity. Like I
that
texted
close.
her. Yes, like that close. Like, we're really close.
Very cool.
And she's really honest with me, like, about how she feels about things, and I think that's made me more honest with myself and other people. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Who are you really close with in your family?
Ooh. Within my immediate family, my parents, both of my parents, and then kind of close to my younger sister, but my cousin Mason, he's a first cousin. He's been on a few podcasts as well, but the thing I really like about him, and it made me realize, one of my roommates actually made me realize this. I told them, I'm like, you know what? Every single Wednesday, because we set aside, I'm like Mason, I'm gonna see you every single week. Like, there's not gonna be a week we're not gonna hang out. So we're gonna go. Let's do something every day of the week, like whenever we both have free time.
Right.
And a day of the week that both worked for us this past semester was Wednesdays. And so we decided every Wednesday we got dinner. We did every single Wednesday, which was awesome. So typically me, him, and his girlfriend would all go out to dinner and just talk and whatnot. And usually I'd see him on top of that. But what I noticed is he would always ask me, like whenever we started getting later in the semester, I'm like, we literally only do what I want. And I didn't realize that until later. Like, he literally just asked me, and he's like, what do you want to do today? And I just tell him, like, what I'm feeling. And he's like, all right, cool, let's do it. And literally...
Just goes with the flow?
Yeah, and then one of my roommates pointed out, he's like, well, that just means he likes hanging out with you. I was like, that's so cool. Like, just
that he likes hanging out with them that
like,
much.
We could literally just sit around and do homework and be like, all right, let's do it. Like,
right.
I have this time set of, like, this time of the week is committed to you, Jordan. Like, we're hanging out. Like, whatever you want to do.
No, that's really cool, actually. I don't know if I have a friend like that. But I'm kind of like, I don't plan as much, I guess. So if something pops up, I kind of just go with it. Like, so I don't know if I would like having, like, a certain time of the day, like, that I have to hang out with this person, like, every week.
What if what if the activity changed? You can still get spontaneous within that, but it's like it's somewhat of a routine at the same time.
Right. No, I'd probably like that. But like once a month, me and my grandpa go out to eat.
Very cool.
So, or I try to go out with him at least once a week, but then once a month we meet with all of his friends. I'm literally sitting around 12 people my grandpa's age ever since my grandpa passed away. And because they used to go out to eat once a month, he would meet my grandma and grandpa would meet all their friends for dinner.
Right.
And so the second Wednesday of every month, we all meet for dinner, and I'm his date every Wednesday, and I really like that. So maybe it would be like that.
That's awesome.
So yeah,
that's really special.
Yep. I'm his date.
That sounds so healthy for him to be with his friends, to have friends at that age.
Well, to have all your friends, like, they all went to high school together, I think.
Really?
Not my grandpa, but so my grandparents are both really close friends. So both sets of my grandparents. That's how my parents met.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. I have my grandpa and me, and then my other grandparents. They go out to eat with us too, and then all our friends.
That's
like
cool.
That. So but like my other grandparents, so my dad's dad, it's all his high school friends.
That's crazy that they kept out that long.
I know. They go on vacations together, all that stuff.
So you closer with one side?
I'd say I'm closer to my mom's side.
And that was the side that your grandma just passed?
Yes. Yep.
I'm
really close with my grandpa. I moved in with him after she passed away. Just to help him transition. Like, I'm like, there's no way that he could, like, I felt so bad that he would have to live alone after they only knew each other since they met when they were 15 and 17, I think it was. So they only knew each other. So I think they had only spent like at most like 2 nights apart from each other in the almost 50 years they were married. So I moved in with him after she passed away for like 3 months until my apartment was ready.
Wow.
And so we got really close then. And then I try to meet him for dinner at least once a week.
Good for
just
you.
Keep him busy.
Totally.
Yeah.
I feel like once you get to that age and like more like senior citizen type age, like that's what it's all about. You gotta stay busy, keep busy,
stay active.
Yeah, active.
I mean, he comes into work every single day, so he's staying in. I don't think he'll ever stop coming into work. He doesn't have to, but he just enjoys it and keeps him young, as he would say.
Totally. Otherwise, he's just sitting in the house.
Exactly, and he gets so bored. He has to have projects. And he actually just bought some land, and he wants to develop it and
build ways?
We're going to do a family compound on it.
What does that mean?
So he's going to give sell each of us grandkids land.
Okay.
And we'll all build our houses and live all together.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
You're starting a cult.
Yeah, very much. So it'll be my grandpa, me, my sister, my mom and dad, my aunt and uncle, and 2 of my cousins. 3 of my cousins, actually.
Good for you.
So we're all live on 80 acres of land.
Wow.
Yep.
That'll be cool. I bet everybody brings their own thing to like I want to do this with the land. Like,
well, my grandpa's really excited about it. He loves doing this kind of stuff. So he wants to build like a pool and put a family pool in and, all that stuff. So he's really excited.
That's awesome.
And he built like this farmhouse like in Eldridge, Missouri, in the middle of literally nowhere. He has like 100 and something acres out there. And so he built this farmhouse with 4 bedrooms, I think it is, all himself, and he just loves that kind of stuff.
That's cool.
Keeps him young.
When is he planning on doing this?
I'm not sure yet. He's getting his knee replaced, so he'll have to do that first.
A New Year's place?
No, he's getting his knee replaced.
Oh, knee replaced.
Yes.
Okay.
So he has to do that first, and we'll see how that goes. But
I'm always scared of that knee replacements. I don't want knee problems later.
Oh yeah. Oh, that sounds terrible. He's already had one done, so I guess that's just a part of getting old.
How does that happen? Do you like? Does he replace with metal or?
I don't really know.
Yeah, my old soccer coach, he was a little bit older, and he had to get his replaced as well.
I'm not really sure, but like when you go, you have to go through airport security, and you go off sometimes.
Right.
So maybe it is. Maybe, I don't really know. Never asked.
Doesn't sound desirable though.
No.
Ideally, you never have to figure it out, right?
Exactly.
Because then you don't have to worry about it.
I guess I'll just have to stick with getting new lungs, not a new knee.
True. Do you think about that frequently?
Not really. Just more like can't control it, so.
Kind of go with the flow, and whenever it comes, whenever that
I'll deal with it when it comes.
Absolutely.
No. Otherwise, it'll just make me sad thinking about it, and I'm like, there's no reason for that. I'll just do what I can to stay alive, I guess.
So it makes you sad instead of optimistic?
When I think about it, it's just kind of like, because I'm like, it makes me sad that I get sick, like, so easily. And then it kind of pushes me back from my dream. Like, I work my butt off in the gym, and then I get sick, and I'm off for 2 weeks, and then I'm like, I'm starting all over again.
Right.
And so it's like, it's just kind of, it just sets me back.
Okay,
So it's hard to stay positive when everything's setting you back, like, from your dream. You know what I mean?
I'm so sorry. I wasn't like fully attentive, but I just thought of something that is a really big opportunity, or it could be a very big opportunity for you.
Okay.
We'll talk about it after the podcast.
Okay.
But I'm excited for you because this totally just clicked.
Don't forget.
I won't. I'll write it down. I'll write it down. That's why we got the pen. Right? Oh, this is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, don't forget. Do you have any more fun questions?
I do, in fact. If you could alter a part of your personality, what would you change and why?
I don't know. I'm a pretty great person.
I like that.
No, I would change. I don't know. I'm too kind sometimes. I wish I was a little more blunt with people, I think.
Okay. But you said you were honest with yourself, so does that...
I'm honest with myself, but I'm just like, I don't want to hurt people's feelings.
Totally.
And so I don't know, maybe that's it. I don't know.
How much do you think there's almost like an equilibrium to where like you should not invest too much energy into not hurting other people's feelings and almost worry about yourself at some point? So you're still trying to find that balance between the two.
Trying to find the balance of not caring and just kind of staying to myself, but also I need to stick up for myself too if I need to.
Totally. Yeah, it's hard to find that, especially as a female. I totally like empathize with you, like being like the nice, like cool girl who's not worried or anything, but then at the same time like being assertive when you have to.
Right.
Okay.
Hard to find that balance.
Reminds me of the song, what's that song? INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that means? Do you know that song?
I like that you just sang the whole thing.
Oh, absolutely. You gotta commit. You can't just make it INDE and then just stop.
This is true. I'd say my favorite things. I could say my favorite things about myself.
Okay.
I'm very sarcastic.
Very sarcastic.
And I love it. I got that from my dad, but I'm a very sarcastic person. And it makes my mom laugh, and that's my favorite thing ever.
Hey.
And she just gets a kick out of it. So.
Wait, your sarcasm or making your mom smile or laugh?
My sarcasm makes her laugh, and that's like it makes it even better.
Okay.
But I can make jokes very easily, and it just makes me laugh. So I'm like.
They say that it's like apparently sarcasm is like linked to like intellect, like high IQs.
Really?
Yeah. Again, this
just
is me
quick
saying
on your
this.
feet, I guess.
Maybe just witty. I don't know.
Maybe. But yeah, I'm very sarcastic.
What else do you love about yourself?
But see, like I would say I'm kind, but then I don't like not being, or I don't like being too kind.
Totally, okay.
But I can sympathize with people.
Okay.
I can see different views, I would say, of like.
So it's probably more of a good thing that you're super kind, but at the same time it can kind of bite you in the butt at times.
Yeah, I would say. It's definitely bitten me in the butt a few times. That I've just been too nice to people and let them walk over me.
Too many times for your liking?
Yeah, too many times.
Yeah, that is a hard balance to find. It really is.
But I would rather be that way than be cold-hearted.
Totally. Yeah, if you got to choose one end of the spectrum, I'll choose the kind side as well, yeah.
Yep. What would you say is one thing that you love about yourself?
Ooh, there's a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
Wow, that caught me off guard. I mean, I like my sense of humor. I think I'm kind of funny.
Kind of funny.
I think, like we were saying earlier, like, if there's anything I've been very, very good at in life, like being younger, it's one thing for sure. If there's anything I've learned in life at 22 years old is that there's nobody like me in this world, and that gives me a lot of confidence. Mm-hmm. But like I would say the one thing, so maybe that, or the other thing would maybe be that I've always been this way. I guess it derives from like self-confidence, but I don't care what other people think. Like,
right.
Like I was the guy in high school that I would like intentionally wear like stupid stuff to where like the point, like I would wear like these really ugly pajama pants that said Xbox 360 all over them, and I'd wear those to school. And they were really ugly looking, but I just didn't care. I just did. I'm it was almost like a not like a fuck you to the world, but like say something. I don't give a shit.
Right.
I'm
confident in myself. So
exactly. Like I'm gonna control what I can control and not worry about the superficial values that are really just held up by societal norms. Like. I think that's the one thing. 'Cause it takes that type of confidence to where you don't care about what other people do, think, or say to carry on with something like this, like the podcast.
That's true.
Like I would have never, if I was too worried about what other people were thinking,
you wouldn't. Yeah.
I would have never started.
Yeah.
I would say that.
Good quality. Just not giving shit.
I agree. And I like to ask that question: if you could alter a part of your personality, because I love that answer the best. Like I don't know. I love me. You know, like I love myself. I don't know. Like I don't. Like,
I wouldn't change anything.
Totally. And if you do, then you've probably already changed it, or maybe not. You're going to. You know,
you're working on it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would say so.
It takes, I guess, like introspective thinking. Mm-hmm. Some honest introspective thinking with yourself.
Yep.
Like, yo, this needs to change about me. Bam, let's work on it.
That sucks. Cool.
Well, would you like to say anything else? That's all my questions.
That's all your questions.
All the questions.
I don't think so. I really have to pee.
I do too.
Did it die?
Oh, yeah. Probably what it did is the memory SD card ran out and then it just turned itself off.
Oh. Yeah. So we didn't get our conversation?
No, it goes like halfway. So it'll just cut out and then I'll use that selfie that we took before and I'll overlap that with it.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So don't put this in it so that I don't sound stupid.
Wait, what do you mean?
Us talking right now about how stupid I just sounded.
Oh, no, that was actually, I was, the first time it happened to me, I was wondering, I'm like, does it just abort the entire, like, audio?
I'd be really upset.
I'd be pissed. That would suck.
Yeah. What time is it? See, I go to bed at 8 o'clock, so.
What time is it right now?
10:20.
Oh, wow. So this is super late for you.
Yeah, this is like 1 a.m. for the normal person.
Right. It's that monster you drank today, probably.
It actually is. I did wait until like 4 p.m. to drink it.
There you go.
Usually I drink it like 7 a.m.
That's good because I was actually worried because Bermudez and Tulin were supposed to come on before this. And I was kind of worried. I'm like, shit, like I don't know if I'm gonna have to push this back a little bit or what. So I was kind of worried that I'd like have to like be like, hey, are you good for like 9 o'clock? So maybe in the long term of things, it was actually good they canceled.
Yeah.
That's what I found. Like as far as like, because we had a little bit of a difficult time like rescheduling like this.
Oh yeah, because I make things difficult. Yeah.
No, it's fine. No,
I really do make things really difficult. Yeah.
But I think whatever happens, and that's how it was meant to happen.
Yes.
Because that is what happened. So it was meant to be.
It was meant to be. You know I was actually going to say that. Yep, it's meant to be. That was something I thought about earlier. Like, just whatever happens, it means it was meant to be. You know, your people are brought into your life for a reason, and just kind of go with it.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Well, do you have any send-offs? You want to shout yourself out?
Kayla Krumrey. I don't remember if there's... I should really check mine and see if I have an underscore. Nope, I don't. So just my name, Kayla Krumrey. I think it's Instagram and Twitter.
Do you want to spell out Krumrey?
Krumrey.
There you go.
Yep.
You heard it here first. Awesome. Well, yeah. But you finished everything you had to say, right? Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much. If you made it this far, I appreciate your time. I really do. I didn't start saying this till like 2 podcasts ago, but subscribe. Yeah, I'm thirsty for attention and followers and all that. Like, very thirsty. I need your approval.
He needs it.
I need it. So, yeah, bye. Thank you. Appreciate your time. Bye.